Hey there, welcome to my kitchen and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to make Thanksgiving Day dressing, just old-fashioned Southern cornbread dressing. It's pretty basic. You've probably seen really fancy ones, but this is the one I do every single year. All right, to get ready to make my dressing, the first thing I have to do is make some chicken and some broth. So what I did was we harvested a couple of roosters the other day, and I took the legs and thighs off, and so that's what I'm using today for that. And then those onions that I keep telling you, if you've watched any of my previous videos, don't throw the onion peels and stuff away. Keep them in your freezer. There's a pile of that in there, and it just makes the most golden, pretty broth. So what I need to do is get my chicken out so it can cool and I can pick it and get that broth. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is take my chicken out so it can be cooling down and I can get it picked. And now what I need to do is get my broth, and I'm just gonna pour it all over. I'm gonna run it through a sieve and take all those onion skins. There you go. See all those onion skins? They're good for something. They make the prettiest broth. Look at the color on that broth. You're not gonna get that out of a can. All right, now that I've got my chicken separated to cool and my broth ready to go, now I'm going to come over here and give you a quick rundown on the rest of the ingredients. We're going to need some cornbread, some eggs, some celery, some onions, and some bread. Oh, sorry. And you're going to need sage and thyme and pepper. I probably won't need salt because I salted my broth, and so I'll just check it before I bake it. If I need salt, I'll add it then. Alright, now I have just this almost stale, like little, I don't even know what kind of roll it is, but it was in my fridge and it's got to go. So that's my bread. You can use old hot dog buns, old hamburger buns, old heels off of bread. It really doesn't matter. But we're going to make some stuffing mix, like crouton stuffing mix. So we're just going to cut this in little squares. I actually did a video on how to make homemade croutons, and Randy can put that up there in La La Land somewhere if you want to go watch that. But I'm going to show you again because this is how we do it. You just use what you got, just some old bread. See how tough it is? It's been in my refrigerator for a week. It was like a 4-pack, and we've used 3 rolls, and this one was just kind of hanging out in there. Alright. Alright, we're going to get this on a medium heat. If I can light this thing. Well, there we go. And we're just going to use a medium heat. We're going to let this pan get warm. Okay, my pan is good and hot now. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. And about that much butter. And that olive oil will keep my butter from burning. Now we're going to put my stale bread in there and make us some crouton stuffing. And I'm not going to add any kind of seasoning or anything like that to them because they're going in my dressing. So I'm just going to brown them up, dry them out. And then they're going to have that good butter flavor. Okay, now that my bread's nice and brown, we're going to take them out of the pan and just go ahead and put them in our mixing bowl. Okay, that's all I'm looking for. I just browned it up, made little croutons. All right, now we're going to get our veggies cut up, and I'm going to cut them. These are pretty skinny celery, so I just kind of cut them down the middle, and then we're just going to make little slices. Okay, in goes a little olive oil again. And a little pat of butter. And then in goes my celery. Now we're going to cut us an onion. Same way, we're going to cut it nice and fine. That's about a half a cup of onion. There we go. Give that a little stir. Okay, now while my veggies are getting nice and soft over there, I'm just gonna pick my chicken. Be chicken picking. I take the skin off and cartilage, anything that you don't want little kids to bite into, that's what I take off. Okay, gotta give that a stir before I burn them. Okay, and I picked, that's probably about 2.5 cups of chicken. I'm only gonna use, where'd my pan go? Oh, sorry. I'm only gonna make this much dressing because it's just Randy and I. So that's more than enough chicken. In fact, I may not even use all that. We'll just have to see. Okay, my veggies are ready. Now I'm going to put my cornbread in there, and I'm just going to mash it all up. Just making crumbles, just like that. Okay, and I always do try to make my cornbread a day or two ahead of making my dressing, because it's just better when it's starting to get stale. It just really is. Okay, now, if y'all watched any of our other videos, you know we love pepper, so we're just going to put that pepper to it. It probably would only take you maybe like 1/4 of a teaspoon is probably about average. But we do like that cracked pepper. Alright. Sage, I'm going to put about a teaspoon of the sage. I'm going to start with that. I may put more. It's a matter, you know, all of it really is a matter of taste. So what I do is when I go to, before I put my eggs in there, I taste my mix. 1 teaspoon at a time. And I'm going to start with like 1 cup to 1.5 cups of my chicken stock. And give that a good stir. Try to see if you can get in the bowl there. Okay, and that's not nearly wet enough. So I'm going to put another 1/2 cup. Now we're getting there. If you don't have it at least a little loose, then it'll be real dry when it comes out of the oven, and you don't want that. In fact, I may add just a little more. I'm going to put another like 1/4 of a cup. And that's all going to depend, just like flour. It's all going to depend on what you're using and the consistency. But you want, that's the consistency you want. I'm not going to add a thing. It is right on. It is right on. I'm going to put 2 eggs. Try not to get shells in there. There we go. Give that a little mix. And now we're going to add that chicken. I don't know, y'all. I really think that's a plenty. I'm not going to put that in there. See there? That looks like a plenty. All right. We're just going to give that a stir. Mix the chicken all up in there. And it's ready for the oven. All right. Bad as I hate this stuff, it does work. We're going to lightly spray this pan. And then we're just going to add it all right in there. And we're just going to level it out. Make sure we don't have any air bubbles or anything. And I'll kind of jiggle it. Make it level. And then we're going to put it in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Let's get it in there. Done. Okay. We're all done and ready. Nice and brown on top. Boy, that is hot. These little things work, but not for long. Right, now my dressing is done. You can't have cornbread dressing without gravy. So, I'm going to show you how to make some gravy real quick. Alright, I got my pan sitting on a medium heat. and it's already hot. So we're going to add about, I don't know, probably like 2 tablespoons of butter, just a good heaping. And we're going to let that get melted. Okay, now I got some flour, and that's I'm just kind of eyeballing it. And I'm going to shake it all over that pan, and then we're going to give it a stir. That is the base for all soups and gravies. Okay, my gravy, my start to my gravy is the color that I want it. Now I'm just going to add that beautiful gold chicken stock that I made. And you got to really stir it so you don't get lumps. We don't want lumps in our gravy. And I got to do this right-handed. And when that gets nice and thick and bubbly, your gravy is ready. Okay, I'm nice and thick and I got my little bubbles in there. I'm calling it good. Okay, and we're just going to go in there and get a big old spoonful. And that smell, y'all, oh man, I wish I had smell-o-vision. This is so good. And last but not least, you need that good gravy. Ah.
I don't know what it is about the holidays, and when Tammy gets to cooking on this food, it just seems to be a little bit better closer to Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Yum, 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 yum.
Well, I'm glad you like it, honey.
I really like it. Okay. Are we done?
Yeah.
Can I eat?
You gotta say bye.
Oh. We out.
See you in the next video. Bye.